Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Commodity Futures Report for Wednesday, April 13, starting with the US dollar index here. It's pushing higher as expected. We should see it push up a little bit higher and then sort of fold back. And as I've mentioned a few times now, I'm not going to really worry. I'm looking for the first high above the level, and then we'll look at the swings within here, because we'll either call it in as wave D as part of a larger triangle, and we'll check out that after Easter, and or wave 1 here, so we could actually see further upside here with all of this. Also the euro US dollar, which you can see on the DAX video, the euro indice video, still needs to make a new low as well. The DXY here is taking out the top here, but the euro US dollar hasn't taken out that low here in reverse, so it's still got a good few sessions to go. So we're going to be pushing higher amongst all of this. So the next strongest number up here is the 100, so 110 on the CFD product here. So yeah, still pushing higher. We're not in this trade anymore, so that's all been took profit at the level there, for better or worse. Yeah, we'll just see how that plays out. Okay, let's check out gold. So we're having a look at GDX today. So in the bigger picture here, we're looking, this is the same as ABX really. It's got the same sort of, well, pretty close to the same sort of pattern. So we've got wave 1 here and wave 2 here. You know that I don't like spikes, so I would normally just put this here and would still get an 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 up here for that, but technically being correct, I'll put that there. Not that it really matters at the end of the day, because we're still left with this over here, and the possibility of this being wave 1 here with an A and a B and a C wave here is negated now, because we've got a 3-wave move in here. So this just flips the whole thing to being a bullish move. So we'll be seeing strong moves in gold, as everybody's been sort of pointing out, but technically that sort of matches up quite nicely. So wave 1 with an A and a B and a C here for wave 2, and then looking to the upside. This is a monthly chart here. We can go to the weekly chart, not that that's going to give us anything at this point. We'll go to the daily chart and break this down a little bit further. So one of the important things here is that we've got wave 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here, and moving up we've got this impulse wave to the upside here. And the good thing is we've got 40 here, which is a medium level, and it carries a bit of weight, as you can see, and we'll probably get something like this above here. So this is quite a good example really. So we'll see that push up a little bit further, and then that means that we can go long above this high here, which will be this high coming across here, wherever that is. And then what we'll try to do, we won't go for the spike, but we'll go for where the main traffic has been. We'll go down to the second point at that point, and we'll see if that gets breached. So we're looking for a classic trading levels pattern at the medium level, $40. So put a line across $40 here. We'll see the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, and then the ABC, and then we'll see support over here. So coming down from the top, the long trade, the long trade, the long trade here. So this is how we're going to approach this, but we're also going to buy the pullback in here as well, based on what we can see in the bigger picture here. I've got this on the intraday count as well, but I won't go into that at the moment because this video is a little bit long. But just to let you know that we've still got another little push up here, and the reason that I wanted to emphasize this is that then we'll be looking for a pullback here, and the pullback here would last for, well, you can see how many days this took. So this is going to be a good handful of days, so to speak, right? So if GDX is going to pull back, that means gold's going to pull back, isn't it? And possibly gold stocks at that point. So just be mindful of that. But this will present, when this does pull back, we'll be all over this looking to go in. I'll be getting some of this myself in this, and I'll be holding it for the long term. I'll put it in my super at this point, because we've got the third of the third of the third of the third. This is what all Elliott traders look for. But the takeaway at the moment is for this to finish, this is the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, the ABC correction. We'll be looking to go long on these over here for that. So I can drag that across over here now. We don't need that there. So you get the idea. So yeah, this pullback here sort of concerns me a little bit. So that means that when we look at US spot gold here, then we could kind of expect the same, couldn't we? So in one way or another, we could sort of expect the market to move up here and have some type of correction here, and then move off from that point. So based on GDX, we really want to be on the long side over here. We really want to be, apart from all the little short-term trading and so on, we really want to be buying this pullback over here, and we want to be, you know, going long over this side over here for this. So we were looking at this here in a couple of different ways. We were looking at wave 1 over here. You can look at it as wave 3 as well. It doesn't really matter at this point, but wave A, B and C here for wave 2, that was pretty much the predominant situation, and then looking all the way up here. But we also understood too this, the ABC was quite simple for wave 2, and I should just take that on. And the way that this is sweeping now, so we thought that this could also be the A wave here, the B wave up in the box here. I'll just put that up there to clarify that a bit, and then the C wave down here. But based on GDX, that's not what we're going to see. We're going to see something a bit tighter and smaller in here. But I wanted to leave this here, and I will continue to leave it here just to keep us on our toes. But we should see this come up into this space up here, have some type of correction like this, and then move on from that point. And coming into counting this here, as a corrective pattern for this B wave here, there's an A wave here and a B wave here. That's pretty square. And then I was looking up at this structure in here to be this wave 1 here. That would actually be the C wave of wave B at that time. But just in case I've made a mistake in here, I want to go to this next level here, because we know GDX has got one more push to the upside. We can see here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 to move up here. So I want to move this over to here, onto this high here. Now that could be, how high that goes I don't know, but we can obviously see that pulling back, so it's telling us that we're going to go up. We'll probably have an A and a B and a C to go up, and it doesn't really matter either way. So yeah, we'll be mindful of that. So that could be the top for this one here, you know, because we need to bring all this over here, of course. So yeah, I'll spend a bit of work on this, but just to let you know that I think in terms of timing, we need to look at this sort of a little bit sort of closer over here. We'll be looking at something like this. I just got to kind of figure things out a little bit, but we'll be looking at it something like this, and we want this one here. So it'll probably be 1 and 2 here, and 3 here, and 4 here, and 5 here. Be something like that. I'll just remove these here. Just need to give that a little bit of thought. So wave 5 here, wave 3 here, wave 4 here, something like that. Do you know what I mean? And then that will all make wave 1 here, and then we'll pull back for wave 2. So it's this that we want over here, and it's kind of good to look at it like this too, because that way we don't have to get all heebie-jeebie and get all excited and disappointed in all of this. So if we line up the ETFs and this all together and bring it all in, and we should be able to put Humpty to Dumpty together again once he falls off the wall here. So we'll anyway, that's what I'm sort of thinking. So we'll leave that. We'll get back to that, and we'll spend more time on this over after Easter as well, of course. So that means that this could be the same here as well for silver. So wave 1 up here with an A and a B and a C here, as we had it. Then wave 1 and wave 2 here. I don't know how this is going to go. Silver may pull back down a bit deeper and finish that off there and then go off. I'm not quite sure. I can just continue to count it to the upside here. So from this being wave A or 1 here, we've got this corrective move that goes without a doubt. So we've got wave B or wave 2 here. Either way is fine. And then we've got wave 1 and 2 here. the impulse wave up there with an A wave and then an ABC for the B wave and down for the C wave. That's pretty clear. That's pretty clear as wave 1 and 2. This is pretty clear as an impulse wave here. This one's a little bit trickier here, but we're looking at it as 1 and 2 and 3 in here and 4 here and 5 here for the third wave. So a fourth wave back. However, it could also be another wave 1 up here and wave 2 coming back. I'm not sure to move. What do we do with this? That's just in 3 waves. We'll need to move that over there. That looks like 5. So an ABC for wave 4 here, and then up for wave 5 of 3. So we're in wave 4 here, and then we'll be up for wave 5. So even though it's moving up, I still think we need to line this up with what's the name as well. So we could look at this as, I'll just look at this here as doing something here up to wave 5 here, and that will probably be the top of GDX at that point. So we'll see this come back as maybe as more of a sideways long boring wave 4 or something, and then a wave 5 up. So we'll see. Won't make any moves on this just yet. If you're trading long, I think we may have talked about being long above the second high here, a classic sort of trading levels pattern sitting on there, but I don't think we need to worry about it too much. We'll go long here when we go long in gold, okay, and we'll see what this looks like at this point here as well. So we'll just give it a bit of time. I don't think we can make any mistakes. We just need to be a little bit patient, and we'll just line everything up together and make it all simple, and that should be okay. Alrighty, over to iron ore. So iron ore is from the low over here. We've got the A, the B and the C down here. We've been looking at 1 and 2 and so forth up here. This 50-60% retracement level comes in from this top over here to here to here. So we need to be mindful about this in case it's some sort of, all of this is an A wave here and a B wave over here. I can't see it at this stage, but I also know too that the 50-60% retracement level is going to stall this market. And we're hitting the first instance of it here, and the other point is being at number 1 over here, 1001, is also going to be a strong resistance here as well. But that said, we've also got wave 2 here, which is going into wave 3, and then we've got the third wave here and the third wave here. So we've got the third of the third of the third. So we should still move through this okay-ish, because we've got the power behind us, but we still got these numbers and ratios to deal with here. So the pathway is not going to be a nice silk road, so we'll need to look at it at being a gravel road, and we'll just need a little bit of patience and allow things to play out before getting into the guessing game with everything. And crude oil, we talked about this yesterday as being a slightly different pattern, so with wave 1 over here and wave 2 here. So a simple wave A and a complex wave B, and then a wave C down here. So simple, complex, simple, a bit like wave 4 being complex to wave 2 being simple. But I think we also should really consider this being over here as wave 2 being finished, even though it hasn't really given us a nice C wave down here. We may be able to squeeze it in some other way. So if the other commodities are going to sort of move up, then we need to move with them. So we were looking for the turn at that point. So we've got that turn, and we've got a nice impulse wave here at this point. So I'll probably just pop that up there somewhere and here. So tomorrow we'll see this go up a little bit further, of course, but we'll also see it come back as a corrective move, and we can go in long at that point. Or if you can see it at that point too, that would be good. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1 and 2 at this point. Let's just start to build a case here for this. That's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2. It looks like a bit stronger than I thought. So third, could I go the third there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Could I do that? Is that going to work, or am I jamming it all up too much? Let's just see how it goes here. Let's see if that pulls back a little bit. Wouldn't be surprised if this is all 1 and 2 again, you know. That's what bothers me a little bit. That would be 1 and 2 to that point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there may be another 2 tops here before we get that pullback. But we have to wait for it because we don't want to enter at the you know, we don't want to enter on FOMO at the end of the trend. So we'll just wait for that. But that's going in the right direction. And copper, I don't know. I really don't know about. I can see the stochastics pulling back, as I mentioned yesterday, and we got a pop up, which is good. But it's not making a lot of sense to me, this thing here. I can see things, but I just get into the guessing game. I can't give you a clear pathway on this. It's always been a little bit tricky, this thing. So I'm just going to pass on this today. But yeah, it does look like it wants to move up. Might have a look at the copper gold ratio chart and see what that's telling us next time. Nickel, so I'll just have to pass on this. I would like to understand though what the LME, how they rectified that situation by doing, you know, that, you know. I mean, there must have been some people that lost a lot of money in that, you know, what they did. I wonder if there's a court case on that. I wonder how that played. I would like to find out about that, how that was resolved. Anyway, as far as the count goes, it does appear that we've got a little 5-wave structure up here, and I was looking at an ABC pattern, but it kind of gone a little bit too far for that. So, but I'll just wait. If it takes these tops out, well, then we'll look at it again. But don't have anything sort of clear here. This, if it finds support on top of this is 30 here, of course, and we've got 1, 2 and 3 which make up group 1. If that finds support on that, we can look at long trades. If the number 2 here becomes the resistance, then it's going to be pulled down to the 30 at that point. So anyway, nothing really there to work off at this point. The uranium's going well. So we looked at this yesterday as being 1 and 2 here and 3, 4, 5 here with an A and a B and a C. I'm happy with that. This little move up here can be little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it's not very clear. So because I wanted to move the stop up based on that, but yeah, not too sure. We've got good support on the medium level, and that's been our main thing of getting that nice support there, and we're above the 50-60% retracement level, so it's all going well. Stochastics is pulling back, so we should see this move up again from that point. I think we probably talked about going long on top of this one here again. I think we're building at this point. But I just haven't got a lot of faith in the thing, because if this here, just for example, is what sort of things that concern me. If all of this is an A wave and that's a B wave here, and we have a C wave here, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would come back down and test the lower end of group 2 before moving up. But we do want to buy new highs, so we'll just stay with that. What we can do though, we can move that stop up and reduce some of that risk at this point. Just going to leave it at that point under that 61.8%. It's not a lot, but it's something. Yeah, I'll just leave that at that. And gas, so our trades are going okay. We want to leave the stop out of the way for that. We're looking here just roughly at wave 2 here with 1 and 2 here, and then all the way up here for wave 3 and 4, and then going up for 5 for wave 3. So we were looking at this pulling back a little bit, so it has pulled back a bit. So we'll just see how the cookie crumbles here for that. Yeah, I mean, in here, I can make a mistake in here with this and play it out a bit further. But kind of, yeah, I mean, I always just like to see if I get the medium level here at 650. We know that that's the the old high, and this is all a classic trading levels pattern, the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, the ABC pattern here. We know that you know, we're pushing up at the old highs and pushing through all of that over here. And as I mentioned before, these look like ones and twos in here. So ones and twos and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and a third wave here. So we still need to get sort of 4s and 5s in here to finish off up here, to finish that trend, you know, up above the 8,000 for that sort of thing. So the trend is not finished at this point. How do we label all of this? Well, you could label it a few different ways, but we'll just see. I mean, I've got as an ABC for the A wave, a B wave and a C wave. Once we get to that 5 wave top there, we'll see if we get a correction here. Well, then we can look at it as wave 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, and you know, it's going to be crazy gas prices, you know. Yeah, so I mean, if this once this 5 waves up here finishes, if we get a 3 wave move back here to make it corrective at that point, well, all I can say to you is make sure you get solar panels on your house, because it's going to go up a lot further. We're going to end up way up here for that. Anyway, that's that. So thanks for tuning in. Cheers.